Welcome back, everybody. President Obama is meeting face-to-face with health insurance executives at the White House. He did that yesterday, and holding what he described as a, quote, brainstorming session, trying to fix all the problems associated with a truly botched health care rollout. Critics say it's already too late for that, but the White House maintains there's still plenty of time to sort it all out. Listen.
We do have a 6-month enrollment period. We are a month and a half into that. So we're working assiduously to make improvements to the website so that that experience continues to get better for consumers and more Americans are able to enroll.
Will it get better, and will it get better enough? What happens if it doesn't? Joining me now to discuss it, Angela McGlowan, a Fox News political analyst, and David Mercer, former National Finance Director for the Democratic National Committee. Great to see both of you.
Great to see you, Jamie.
Same here.
David, let me start with you and ask you whether or not the president, who has, it's been intimated, would not approve the Upton bill, which would actually fine-tune, let's say, the Affordable Care Act based on what we've seen with the rollout. If he's not in favor of that, what is his specific issue with it, and what alternative is he presenting?
Well, I think we heard 2 days ago the alternative, or at least his proposal, which is to extend, which is to allow for insurance companies to do two things. When the insured policy is expiring, that they have a chance to renew it and not just being canceled or dropped off, and that they are informed as to the alternatives they have, whether through the exchanges or other policies that may be offered. And I think that is the crux of what his policy and the thrust of his policy is, keeping whole the maintenance or the development of the website and the exchanges in nearly 36 states now, and for providing for people to access affordable health care. So I think that's the distinction, rather than just allowing for policies to continue to be sold. It's to allow for the renewal of those existing policies.
Jamie, I'm confused. And David, I feel sorry for you and your party to try to defend what this president is attempting to do. The bottom line is this: too much, too little, too late. For the president to have a brainstorming meeting with insurance companies, this should have happened before we even voted on the Affordable Care Act in 2010. And Jamie, even with what he's proposed, states are opting out, states are opting in. It is confusing.
You know what, Angela?
Jamie,
wait, hold on
Jamie,
1 second, guys. Yes. I want to let you finish, Angela. But to your point, let's ask David, because I am confused as well. If the president is just having a brainstorming session now, that means he doesn't know the answer on how to fix it specifically. Do you? Because 39 House Democrats, I just want to understand this, have sided with Republicans, and so far the Affordable Care Act has been divided almost strictly on party lines. What's happening with these 39 Democrats? What is the message they're sending the president? David?
Well, there's two things. One, all politics is local, and some of the members have to vote from what they may deem to be a local interest among their constituents. But secondly, going to Angela's point regarding the insurance companies or the CEOs, they along with the president, have worked with the administration since the start or the legislation passed. However, we have seen that there needs to be greater clarifications and working together, but not unilaterally. Secondly, if I might point out, that when Medicare Part D under Bush was rolled out, it ran into the same challenges and that were overcome. And there's not a congressman you could find now that would say we need to get rid of Medicare Part D. And I think that will be the same with the Affordable Care Act.
Because I see a bigger issue as well. We're in a fragile economy. We want to continue to see a recovery. We need a greater recovery. Yes. Listen, if Kmart is staying open on Thanksgiving Day, obviously people are looking for greater revenue and sales. So, and we'll talk about that coming up. Yes. But there's a concern about even destabilization, because at this point the risk pool has changed significantly from what was expected for the people not being able to sign up. This could end up costing much more to people who can't afford it than was anticipated.
Exactly.
Where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here? What we need to do, the president needs to stop with the arrogance and actually work with the Congress. Republicans need to stop with the rhetoric and the right-wing talking points. Democrats need to stop looking at all politics as local and do your job. Fix it, because the American people are suffering. And what's so sad, Jamie, the Hispanic community, the black community, and the poor, they're suffering the most, and they supported this president. They believed his pledges. But in the black community in the inner city, David, we have the digital divide where we don't have computers to be able to log on. And the Hispanic community with the website, and you're talking about Medicare Part D, there's supposed to be a Spanish version of the website, and the White House has people, they have people answering the phones that don't really speak Spanish. The bottom line is this.
Sounds like there's a laundry list of issues that need to be addressed. Meeting with insurance executives may answer some of them. David, how do we answer all the others? And how much time do we have?
I think, well, we know that March is the deadline for people to get enrolled, but I'll also say that with the discussion that we're having and attention being brought to bear on all of this, that you're going to have greater promotion of the accessibility of the exchanges and people becoming more informed as to what their options are, getting rid of the confusion that came with the cancellation letters and people not knowing what to do. But there are options. And there are choices for consumers to make. And I will say that this happens.
David,
we're heightening this now in terms of the attention given to it because of Obamacare.
But Dave, I'm going to let David have the last word here.
These policies are a year, maybe 2 years, and constantly roll over or are canceled. But now you have options with the exchanges and the Affordable Care Act providing for those exchanges.
The bottom line is David said that he compared the website to what Bush did with Medicare Part D. Fast forward, we're more technology savvy. Those talking points do not work, and we need solutions.
That may be, but apparently not savvy enough, because this website is still struggling to get people enrolled. But David, I appreciate you being here and weighing in. Angela,
pleasure.
Great to have both sides represented. Thank you both so much.
Thank you for having us.
Have a great day.
Have a good weekend.
You too.